Hello, today I'm going to teach you how to create an I.V.F statement summary paragraph. First, we're going to read the text, then construct your I.V.F statement with your central or main idea. Next, you're going to provide 3 supporting details, and then finally, we're going to put it all together. So let's review really quick what the I and the V.F stand for. I stands for information. This includes what is a genre, also known as what type, what category of text are we talking about, title, and the author. In the event of no author, you can replace that with a source. Where did you get this from? The V stands for verb, an action word. So it would sound something like this: in the, and then we would put the article, and what's the article's name, by, who it's from. They discuss, discuss is a verb, and then we're going to finish the thought, how, and then they're going to finish what the main idea was. So let's practice. We're going to read and write an I.V.F statement for this text. All right, this is called Limited Resources by K-12 Reader. Natural resources are things that we use that come from Earth. Our natural resources are limited. This means they will not last forever. Some are renewable, like when you plant a new tree, when you cut one down. Others are not renewable, like when you dig coal out of the ground. Once it's used, it's gone. People are aware of the fact that Earth's natural resources are limited and can do things to help conserve those resources. When you try to conserve a natural resource, you try to use less of it so it does not get used up so fast. One way that people conserve fuel, like gasoline, is by riding a bicycle or walking when the distance is short instead of driving everywhere. Water is very important natural resource because we all need it to stay alive. We can conserve water by making sure that our pipes and faucets do not leak. We can also conserve water by making smart choices, like only using the dishwasher or washing machine when they're full. So now it's time to break it down. Write an I.V.F statement for the main idea. So let's look at our formula. First, we need to do our information, which includes genre, title, author. So I notice right here, this is the title. Here's the source. There's no author. And I know that this is an article. So I'm going to say in the article, and then I'm going to put my title, italicize it, natural resources. And then by, so here's genre, title, and now we're typing our author. K-12 Reader. All right, there's our I. Now we're going to include, and I'll just put an I right here so you know that's our I. Now we're going to do our V. We learn. Learn is a verb. When you're learning, that's a verb. You're doing something. Okay? How the earth has limited natural resources. Okay, and this is my F, or finish my thought. Okay, let's put it together. In the article, Natural Resources by K-12 Reader, we learn about how the earth has limited natural resources. Would you say that that's what this article was mainly about? Okay. And now, if this is what we said it was mainly about, we need to find some supporting details. I can't just say that it's what it was about. That would be an opinion. I need to make it an I.V.F statement, and by doing so, I'm going to use supporting details to support my claim. Okay, so we're going to use transition words to start it. So I'm going to put some sentence starters here. First, then, finally, okay, since this is a summary, we should talk about some key detail that happened in the beginning of the text, in the middle of the text, and at the end of the text. And this is not copying and pasting a quote. Instead, you are paraphrasing it, putting it in your own words. Okay, so let's look right here. And one of the things I noticed that they talked about, some of our natural resources are limited, others are renewable. Okay, so I'm going to put first, we learn how the earth has some resources that are limited and it has some that are renewable. Okay, remember I mentioned if you cut down a tree, well, you can renew it by planting another tree. Okay, let's look in the middle right here. All right, so in the middle, they kind of talked about renewable. How can we renew and conserve? Okay. First, we learned how the earth has some resources that are limited, as well as, then I don't want to say learned again. And it discussed how we can replace renewable and how we can conserve limited resources. And it discussed how we can replace renewable resources like planting a new tree after one has been chopped down. Finally, it explained how to conserve our limited resources like water by turning running water off or okay. So now it says my last step is put it together because right now this is we chunked it and now we want to put it together because this is not a paragraph. So I'm going to copy my I.V.F statement, copy, and then I'm going to paste it right here. I'm also going to take my yellow off now. Okay, and now I'm going to put 2 spaces for my next sentence. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to include it right behind my I.V.F statement. Oops, I just want the text, not the box. Then I'm going to take the second supporting detail. And then I'm going to take my last supporting detail. Now we have a paragraph. Let's see. In the article Natural Resources by K-12 reader, I'm going to take out my eyes now. We learn about how the earth has limited natural resources. First, the text mentioned how the earth has some resources that are limited as well as resources that are renewable. Then it discussed how we can replace renewable resources like planting a new tree after one has been chopped down. Finally, it explained how to conserve our limited resources like water by turning off running water. Okay, so this is a real quick way to show you how we construct an I.V.F. statement summary. Hope this helped you guys out.